Hello, JD fans. I sound kind of sick right now because I am. But if you have not seen the interview with good quality, it is also on the same channel. Go watch it there. So this interview was conducted, I'd say about a week before Silver release. Actually, it was probably 5 days before the album Silver released. Um, I went down to Jarrett's place. We filmed this interview. I had no idea that the audio quality was horrible. And so I went back home 2 hours away and looked at the footage and realized it was awful. So that happened. And then also one of the cameras, which is like the main camera, the other camera, the coloration was off, which it didn't look like it on the camera screen. So this whole thing was just a mess. But the main camera stopped recording randomly, like as we're probably 10 minutes away from wrapping up. So there's like 10 minutes of lost footage, nowhere to be found on the internet. Um, because that second camera didn't have audio anyway. So yeah, this is the bad quality JD interview that some people asked for. So here it is. Enjoy.
Thanks for doing this. I know you drove a while
I
to be
did
here.
2 hours and a half.
Dude, that's killer. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, this album, it's it is an album. That is true. It's called Silver. It's our third studio record. Comes out this Friday. It's been about a year in the making. And I'm very excited for everybody to hear this one. I feel like this has everything about JD in one singular place. All of the energy, the melodrama, and the just unhinged nature of our music.
So about your music,
Yeah.
is there in those music videos?
Yeah.
There's a story going on. What's up with that story?
Yeah, I like to think of JD as just my own character study. That's how I've always viewed this, and a way for me to analyze my own self, and also a way for me to communicate my worldview. So I like communicating through some kind of allegory, and I think that's best done in tandem with music and visual. So there's something at play here, and it's really just an allegory for how I view brokenness and where's the solution. And I am convinced that there's one out there, and I want to rally people that think like me, that feel like me, that hurt like me, all of those people into one place and just try and figure it out, because it's a hard place to navigate. But if there's one thing that I've known for sure, it's that one of the biggest lies that you can convince yourself of is that you're alone. And I can confidently say that you're not. And if you think that you are, welcome. I'm here. Ashton is not here.
Ashton is at home.
Okay, yeah, maybe we are alone then. Ashton, frickin' Ashton.
Empty drum set over there. Kind of sad.
Empty drums. I'm looking at the empty rehearsal space, by the way.
Very cool place to be.
Very cool place to be. The barn, the infamous barn. This is like the first time we've rehearsed for a show in like not extreme weather conditions.
Really?
Like last time for Newport, we were rehearsing and it was freezing. It was like we'd have to make a fire in this wood burner every single morning.
Actual heater in here. We gotta use the wood burner.
We're gonna use the wood burner. There is actual heat in here. I don't know why they.
It's just not used.
Yeah, I think honestly it might just be for aesthetics. After we make a fire, I don't know if it was help. I think so. He would cram all of the wood in, which like.
Wouldn't that like smother it out?
Right. You need some airflow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he would just throw as much woodage as he could into the wood burner.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but all around, I think this is a great place to rehearse. It's nice and open. It's kind of remote, and yeah, I can scream as loud as I can, unless we did get calls from the neighbors the other day because Ashton was hitting his drums.
Oh.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Don't get in trouble. Do not get in trouble. I mean,
don't scream too loud at home, kids.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I've tried it.
Don't hit the drums too loud.
Well, Ashton will do that. He's a rager. This upcoming show, I think there's going to be something in his system, like just pure adrenaline that is unbeatable. I don't know. That brother.
So talk about that upcoming show then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So right now we are gearing up. It's a week after our record, so in some cases, I guess you could call it an album release show. Kemba Live. It's 2,200 capacity. Newport was the last show we played in Columbus, headlining show at least. 1,200 or 1,400, around that. So,
quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, almost double the size. But yeah, we were able to somehow sell out Newport Music Hall, which was the first band in, I want to say, 10 to 12 years that was able to do that. Now we're trying to think, okay, how do we do a similar thing? We don't want to plateau. So we were thinking, Kemba's next, but that's way too big. Sure enough, we chose Kemba. This is going to be the first time a local band of our size has headlined this venue. And, yeah, we're really excited. Bands in the past have obviously headlined this venue, but we are in the industry's eyes, we are an extremely small band, which is very true. We've even had, and this goes into a lot of what the songs talk about on the record, we've had a lot of conversations the past year, and, you know, a lot of them end in people in the industry saying, yeah, your band is small, and there's nothing here. However, these record labels will sign bands that have never played live before, and if they have played live, they can only draw 100 people in certain cities. And outside of Columbus, we're that. We cannot draw many people besides, 20 here, 30 here. But in Columbus, there's a interesting thing going on here with 2,200 capacity venue, which is I think the industry people are looking at a show like this and saying, what is going on? So, numerically online, we are a pretty small band, so it doesn't make sense to a lot of people that we're playing this venue, which is exciting for us because we like breaking the rules a little bit. We like pushing for that goal that seems a little hard to push for. But, yeah, I think that gets me excited. It makes me really, really pumped. And I like creating a space in this music scene where people can really just believe in something. So, that's my long-winded answer. But, yeah.
So you mentioned a little bit about never playing before. How was that when you played your first show ever? Where were you? What was happening? I understand you played for opening for 21 Pilots as a bass player.
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I was with a guy named Jay Joseph for the Jay Joseph Band. I played bass in his band. I was his producer and mixing engineer. That was a blast, but also maybe the world's best master class because there was 9 shows on the tour. It was the Takeover tour, and we got to see pilots perform 9 times backstage and see how they put on the show, how they run the show, and also how to make our show better because we were just terrible. We got better. We got better, but I cannot tell you how bad my entrance to playing live was. It was our first ever show for the J. Joseph Band in Santa Ana, California, and if anyone was there, it was just like our playback rig went out. I went out to start the track, and the laptop had to boot up. The laptop is shut down, so there's silence. Everybody's you hear sniffling and awkward coughing in the audience, and I'm ooh. I'm literally waiting a full 30 seconds. Jay is side stage, dude, what's going on? And I'm I turn the laptop and it shows the Mac loading bar. I'm bro.
The loading bar.
Dude, anything but the loading bar.
So, I think the only thing worse than the loading bar would be Microsoft Blue Screen of Death or something.
The Blue Screen of Death, that is definitely in severity worse, but nothing aggravates me more than the beach ball.
Beach ball?
The beach ball.
I'm not familiar with the beach ball.
You a Mac user?
No.
You're not a Mac user?
I used to use Mac years ago. I don't remember a beach ball.
You gotta know the beach ball.
Oh, I remember the beach ball.
You know the beach ball.
I remember the beach ball.
Hey, once you know the beach ball, you know the beach ball. That boy, it reveals itself in every session. If you don't know what the beach ball is, if you're a creature that uses Microsoft, which is probably the better.
It is, because probably can run a lot more programs.
You definitely can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac is... The only reason I like it is Logic Pro. However, your mouse, when something's loading, the Mac decides to say, you know what? I think what you need in this moment, I know you're deep into thought right now. I know that you're in the best workflow possible, but let's go to the beach. Let's take a trip to the sandy dunes, and let's throw a beach ball on your screen, and let's watch it roll for 15 minutes. I've had it roll for 15 minutes.
I believe it.
It's yeah. So if you would, I'm sure it would make sense for me to put it in the credits in the record. It has had its hand in the record.
The beach ball in the credits.
The beach ball.
Album loader. The beach ball.
The album loader beach ball. Now, what would that be for Windows? It's just the hoop, the blue hoop. Or wait, no, that's
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, the blue hoop. At least the beach ball is a bit more enjoyable.
It's more fun.
It's more fun, but I feel the fact that it's more fun makes me more angry.
Yeah, because it's trying to have fun while you're while you're waiting.
Let's distract you, especially in the live show scene when you're hey man, the computer's dying. Give me something, computer, and you get a beach ball. It throws you, it lobs you a frickin' beach ball. It looks in the bin. What do we have in the bin? There's a bin of...
is there a beach ball over there?
There might be.
Oh.
Anyways.
I see a volleyball or something.
I do see it. I wonder if a Mac loading screen is in there. But, yeah. Where were we on with that? I completely forgot where...
Something about a beach ball.
Let's see. We're talking about the Kemba show. Yeah, so I'm just really excited. This band really likes to break the rules. Me and Ashton have really just tried to push ourselves ever since we started. Our first show, right, the first JD show was at we did a couple smaller shows, but the first official show was at the basement, and we didn't know what to expect, and we thought 50 people would show up, and somehow it sold out. So.
Yeah, I remember that one go so bad I couldn't get a ride because I was still like 15. So.
Oh, that'll do it.
That's sad.
That'll do it. I think I was 17. You know what? No, I was 18. I was 18. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been like the spring of fall of your senior year, right?
I actually graduated after that show. That was
during your senior year.
Right? During my senior year, I was with Jay.
Oh, that's when you were with Jay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 17 on.
Performing in the arenas, dude. I could never.
Who let
I'm
me?
17 now. No.
Dude, who let me? I mean, reality is I could never, and the only reason I did is because I forced myself to, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
It was fun, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, dude. But in particular with this show, I'm really excited to play the record for the first time. This is gonna be the first time we debut these songs live. I really like these songs. This is the first time in the history of me writing music that I decided to travel to Nashville and LA to write with some people. So we've got some names that I'm really excited to say that are on the project, like a guy named Sam Tinez. He's been wildly helpful. We've got a guy named Eric Ron that was very helpful as well. Trent Dabbs, all of these guys. They're just powerhouses. David Spencer, Ethan Hulse.
I know none of these names.
Yeah. I honestly, I didn't know many of these names, but once I saw what they had done, I was like, whoa, I do know these names. So it was really cool to be in the context of different brains. But what I am really excited about is, despite working with other people, this album feels very, very, very JD, because for every single song, aside from, I want to say, every single song is produced, mixed, and mastered by the band. And
wow.
I'm also really excited. This is our first record that we have live drums on. We have this guy named Anis Latif. He lives here in Columbus, and he is an absolute powerhouse of a drum engineer. He's been killing it recently. That brother's been killing it recently.
Really?
He just got a Billboard #1.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he's been a buddy of ours for a couple years, and we just recently decided to record drums for this record, and yeah, we finished that about, I want to say almost a year ago. I don't know. But yeah, it's been an exciting time. So, not a year ago. What am I saying? But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Lots of hands in this project. And
what do you think is your favorite song on the album?
Favorite song? You know, it changes every time. One that I'm really excited about is just, and this is with every album, the intro. Which this specific album is kind of a two-parter intro.
Ooh.
I'm not hip to these intro tracks that sometimes albums have, but I felt like this specific album needed that. So there's an intro track called The Veil. Sets up this idea of this voice kind of glamorizing the temptation to go back to the darkness in your life. Reanimate transitions completely out of that seamlessly and is a resounding no. I'm not going to go back into that. And basically is me taking a look at, okay, who am I? What do I believe? Where have I strayed away? And if I have, reanimate. If I have, reanimate. That's my very vague way of saying that because I wish I had a way of, I wish I thought about that more. But, reanimate. I love that song. It's, there are a lot of themes on this record that dive into talking about what I believe in how I perceive this world, asking myself, hey, are you a hypocrite? Are you standing by what you say? And how do I do that effectively? And also, there's just so many themes of identity. There really is a lot in this music. One of the things I struggle with most is just people pleasing and wanting to be everything for everybody. But you can't be everything for everybody. This album goes into that. There's songs like Echo Chamber that I really, really like. That was crazy. The light just turned on.
Yeah, just...
But yeah, themes of like people pleasing and trying to be there for everybody. Echo Chamber basically says, throw me in an echo chamber. You know, a lot of people say that's a negative thing. I'm saying, throw me in an echo chamber so I can hear just how stupid I sound. Because I have this tendency of like, hey, I want to try and save people. I want to try and be there for people. But half the time, the things that I'm saying are things I'm not even like inherently, truly believing in my heart. So it's basically a song saying, I need to be talking to myself. Before I try and save other people, I need to be talking to myself. I really like that song. That one's cool. Landmines, I think, in particular, if I was to assign the heart of JD to any song, it would be that song. That song talks a lot about... It's a heavy song. Not like in sound, but just in what it's talking about. I believe that because of the lack of love that our world shows people, those people can be pushed to do some terrible things. And that song basically says, the way I feel like we can come together and solve a lot of issues is really a heart of love. And looking at people that others would deem unworthy and saying, I'm gonna run through every single landmine that person has placed around their heart and just get to them, because all they need is someone to tell them that they are loved and worth it. There's so many people that just have not been told that, and if they haven't, that's what I hope this band does. I hope this band is able to tell you, hey, you are loved, you are worth it. If you feel like you're alone, look around, and if you have trouble finding somebody, let us be somebody that will be able to give you some kind of something to cling on to, help you work through those thoughts. So, yeah, I know that's a lot, just a lot of word vomit, but yeah. Landmines. It's a very, very, very cool song. It's a slower one. Yeah, but I really like it. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Let me look at the list. I'm forgetting what we need to go on. We got a whole list here.
A whole list.
I went in the JD Discord server and I'm like, hey, I'm doing a podcast for an assignment with Jarrett.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't got any questions for him, and got quite a couple questions.
Yeah. So my Discord gremlins gave you some impressions.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude. The fiends! The fiends! Dude. I love them.
So one person asked, specifically, like, how did your journey in music fully begin? And was there a mentor that helped you? Was there like big challenges? And do you have any tips for new artists?
Yeah. It's a good question. Yeah, I got into art. I got into music. I wanted to express myself. I wasn't good at anything growing up. I wasn't good at sports. I was terrible at it. And wasn't a stellar student. I mean, like, all right. Like,
You don't know the same, dude.
and the only thing I only really had was, like, listening to music. And I was like, you know what? This music makes me feel a specific way. How do I recreate that? How do I take this feeling that this song is making me feel? Because, there are certain songs that only that song can serve that meaning or serve that feeling. Like, have you ever tried to look through a playlist and you're like, man, like, you find this one favorite song. I want to find more songs like this. You start searching through your library. There's no song like it that gives off the same feeling as that one singular song. I was just doing that last night. I was like, man, I love this song. How do I find another one like it? If there's a playlist of songs like this, I'd be, so happy. But nothing can quite do the same thing as another song. So I was like,
that light bulb needs help.
I think it does need help. Yeah. So I was just basically like, how can I take these feelings and in the most accurate way, communicate them and put them into song form so that other people can feel them too. Yeah, and started that in, like, 7th grade. Got Logic, started learning. It wasn't until I met, just like before that, producing and trying to gain confidence on my own and being a bad singer for a very long while until I became less bad. But yeah, producing became my first love. Then gaining the confidence to throw my vocals on there was awesome. Started producing for friends in school, which then led to me meeting my longtime friend Joseph. And that unlocked a level of... It's going to be feral.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
What is that, it's like 2 weeks from now? Almost?
Well, maybe 10 days.
Less.
It might be
10 days.
11 days, yeah. That's ridiculous. Gosh!
The album drops in 3 days.
That is true.
Hey.
That is true.
Listen to the album.
Listen to the album.
Listen to the album.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome. I wonder what Ashton's doing right now. I think he's
probably sleeping. Does he sleep in?
No.
Oh.
Actually, very much not. I, on the other hand...
Yeah, I was on my way here. I called him at like 11. He said, yo, bro, I just woke up.
Okay.
I mean,
it's always...
I sleep late too, but...
such a gamble when I sleep in. Because I have super late nights. Like, last night I think I was up at 5.
Dude, you gotta get more sleep.
Dude, it's bad. It's terrible. Especially showtime. It's not good. Because I get sick. That's the thing. I need to not do that. Like, yeah, no, when my mind is going, I can't stop it. Last night I was working on some, like, last-minute merch ideas, which I'm really excited about. But, yeah, like, you know what? Okay. I can't say what those are, but I can say it's a huge passion project.
Ooh.
Some people are going to say, there's going to be no in between probably. Some people are going to say, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then there's going to be some people that say, you're a nerd.
Ooh.
You're a loser.
Oh.
And I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I want to see what this is. That sounds interesting.
So excited. It's a little pastime that me and Ashton have developed in the creation of this album. There's actually a song named after something in this realm. In the record.
Huh?
A nerdy song name.
Hold on, let me look at the track list. I don't know where you're
I don't know if I can say what it is. Actually, no, I'll say what it is, and then people can make their own conclusion as to what this is. There's a very select few creatures that would know. Their ears would perk up the second I say this name. It's Reanimate.
I don't get it.
There's few. There's a silent group of creatures out there that will know what reanimate means. Thematically, really what it means is just like you're coming back to life. But I got that word from somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait for people to find out. I'll be like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, dude. Dude. Oh, man. I want to say, but I can't. I don't even know if it's going to happen. I hope it does. Me and Ashton are so excited. Anyways, that's my tangent. I feel like I'm, like, the worst at interviewing.
No, it's a lot of fun. We've only been going for, I don't even know. I'd have to check the camera. I don't feel like getting up right now.
Yeah. Watch it, like...
It's going to be like an hour long.
Watch it, like, just not be recorded.
Oh, that'll be sad. Now you're going to make me check. Now you're going to make me check. Hold on.
It's not recording.
This one... The second one stopped. Movie recording has been stopped automatically. Why?
Oh, gosh.
Do that.
Yeah, storage?
No, this is a brand new SD card with 128 gigabytes. This one's gone. We're at 42 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know when the other one stopped. You'll find out in the edit when like that one just stops being used. It's showing low battery, even though I have a battery pack with 2 batteries in it that were charged last night.
That's so
that camera's battery is horrible.
it's kind of awesome.
Wow.
Dude, this light is...
It's just flickering. It's
Dude, like, that's kind of on brand.
It is.
It's pretty on brand.
Got the flashing lights. It's
Dude.
Maybe you installed that. Did you install that for the brand?
Yeah, we have some DMX programming.
I knew it. Okay.
Yeah, it's we've got Ethan Chaplin, our lighting guy. We do not let him out until show day.
I love Ethan.
He is a beast. But he's also just so ADHD. I hope he sees this.
He probably will.
Ethan
His lights are insane, dude.
Ethan is the king of side quests.
I remember the Newport show when Joe was up there with you for Inventive Forest.
Yeah.
And there were those blinder lights, and they were strobing so bad I could not see for like 30 seconds after. I couldn't see.
You think that was bad?
Yeah.
You should have been there at soundcheck. We set up.
It was more intense during sound check.
Dude, you have no idea. We set up during soundcheck. All of the lights get plugged in, and he boots up his lighting system. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see what you programmed, Ethan. First hit comes on. So you thought Inventive Force was bright?
Yes.
That was 20% of what they could do.
That was 20.
That was 20%. Now think 100%. That was what it was.
Permanent blindness.
And then
Permanent blindness.
Ethan then spends the next hour and a half trying to figure out how to dim the lights. He's a genius. And for some reason, he couldn't do. So me and Ashton were kind of freaking out. We were like, dude, this show might be unwatchable if he can't figure out how to dim the lights.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing about Ethan. Something wrong always happens every show out of his control. Like, a file gets erased or something. And he always finds a way to make it just incredible, and it works out in the end perfectly fine.
Wow.
But in the moment, you think the world is ending. The world is actually ending. And that's the magic of Ethan Chaplin. But he's also the king of side quests. I remember specifically he wanted to get into 3D printing, and he was like, hey, I want to manufacture our own LED wrists, like those fixtures. He wanted to print his own and like do that for our show. He wanted to do this for Newport. He wanted to do this for Newport, like.
Oh, for Newport.
Yes.
Ooh.
I was like, bro, you don't have to. You don't have to manufacture a light to be used on everybody's wrists.
I feel like that would somehow cost more than just buying it from like the company that actually makes them. Maybe. No, it would be about the same price, I would think.
Probably. Like,
because the amount of 3D printer filament you would have to buy.
oh my gosh, that's the main thing. I didn't even think about that. Which is like why wouldn't I have?
Yeah.
That's dumb. Yeah. Even one day when we have a budget to Mars, we will throw it at Ethan. And he'll
have so much fun.
Dude, that mother... Actually, that might, like... He might have an aneurysm. I don't know if he could handle a budget and just, like... What do I do with this?
He would buy, like, he'd just buy, like, 1 million laser boxes and just plant them all around the venue.
Probably like a giant motorized, like, T-Rex.
What?
That, like... Dude, there was a show, Dude, why am I on these tangents? There was this show I saw of... I think it was Keelan telling me about this show that he saw.
Ooh.
Which was a Bad Bunny show, I think? I might be getting that wrong. The show starts with a huge egg.
An egg?
On stage. When he hits the stage, it hatches. And it's a ginormous dinosaur. Motorized.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of the Disney movie Coco. And like there's the one, the show, and they have the, what is it that they have on stage? And it's just like so random.
I actually haven't seen Coco in a minute.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking. I'm going on a tangent now.
Well,
but that's what it
I
reminds
like
me of.
Coco a lot, actually. It's a great
It
movie.
was a good movie, yeah.
I like it. But my first experience was just like, I was kind of lost. Because we were forced in Spanish class to sit.
Oh, did you watch the Spanish version?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they didn't turn on subtitles.
Oh.
And I was like, dude.
I would be lost. I don't know any Spanish.
Donde le duele?
Sorry?
Donde le duele?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're
That
saying.
means JD's album comes out
Oh, really?
on Friday.
We can say that to Siri who says that.
Actually means where does it hurt?
Where does it hurt?
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion right now. I don't hurt.
Donde le duele? Necesita un perro.
Something is necessary.
It is.
That's what that sounds like.
I need a dog.
You need a dog.
Is it perro? Well, perro we bought, dude. But perro. Dude, I'm like very...
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Rain is coming down now, though.
The rain is coming down. Wow. So yeah, but Dude, that rain is coming down.
It is. And the light is still flashing.
Dude, that light be flashing.
So, what do you do when you're not doing music? What else do you do? You play some games on your Mac, or you gotta
Play some games on the Mac. Slither.io. Slitherio.
Slitherio, yeah. I don't say .io.
You say Slitherio?
Yeah, I think
That's like, dude, I don't know why I
wrong,
said that.
but-
That's the first time I've, like, even thought of that game in, like, 8 years.
Yeah.
Slitherio.
Wow.
That game was fire.
It was. Underrated game.
Low-key. What do I do? I'm not even kidding. It's all music.
You don't get to have any fun. Well, I guess the music is fun, but you don't have any fun outside of
That's
music.
the thing. I feel like now with JD, it's like, okay, I figure out what I need to do. What do I need to do? I need to, okay, get the show. Need to mix this record. What do I do for fun after that? I make another record. Like another single where I'm like, I don't know. I'm always thinking through, always trying to figure out where to go. But this album in particular just feels like, it just feels like an exclamation
Ooh,
point.
that was someone else asked that question. Were To My Grave and Coward supposed to be on Silver? Or were they just kind of just in the middle of random songs you made?
I intended it to be some kind of like in between. That's how I had thought of it. Thematically, it felt like it set up stuff pretty well. There's a reference to Coward in the first, I guess, reference to the metaphor in Coward in Reanimate. So,
Reanimate sounds such a fun song. You keep going back to Reanimate.
yeah.
I can't wait for Reanimate. That one just sounds more fun.
That one is so JD, I feel like. It's got the hard hitting intro, but it also has the fun of JD and the meaning. I think that song is very me. Very me. Funny enough, that song is always, I put so much pressure in the making of an album to have the intro track be really good and hard hitting. Let's open a show with this song. I didn't have Reanimate until that was one of the last songs we made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was really anxious. Like, what am I going to do? How do I wrap up the themes of this record? I was throwing things at the wall. Nothing was sticking. And then finally, I was about to go and grab some food, and I had 15 minutes before I left. I wrote the entire chorus in that, like, 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow.
It just came to me. It was, for lack of a better word, supernatural. It really was. So, there's something special about that song, I think. It's very honest. This whole album is very honest. I think it's the most honest I've been on a record. I told that to somebody the other day, and they said, "Were you just lying beforehand?" I was like, "No, not really, but like, I guess
Your songs are all lies, Joey.
I'm just capping, dude. Like, but I think I was able to really get like real with myself. Not that I wasn't in the past, and it very much was in the past, but these were some of the hardest songs I've had to write, I think. So, yeah, I think it's a good time. It's a good spin. I listened to it on vinyl for the first time last night.
Ooh.
I was very afraid.
I would love to have vinyl. I mean, like, having a vinyl is easy, but record players, good ones, are kind of expensive, so,
Well, I was afraid that it would sound bad. We printed a lot of copies of this record,
nice.
and we didn't do test pressings because of the turnaround time. So I get tons of copies at my house, and I don't know what it sounds like. And you have to mix. So when you create an album, you have to mix it for the streaming services, right? You have to mix it completely differently for vinyl. So I never mixed for a vinyl, so I was like, is this about to sound terrible? I followed YouTube tutorials. Got it done in 4 hours, 5 hours. I was afraid. I was very pleasantly surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised. So, rate my mix. Rate my mix. Any avid vinyl listeners?
Jack Nicodemus.
Is he an avid vinyl
He is.
listener?
Jack.
Jack.
I know you're watching. Jack, go get that vinyl.
Shout out Jack.
Tell Joey how it is.
You should be brutally honest, Jack.
Dude, that rain is insane.
Dude, it could be raining.
It is raining. You can probably hear that on the mic. Ooh, it's loud.
I kind of like this.
So, what's your favorite lyric from one of your songs, and maybe from another artist too?
Yeah, one of my favorite lyrics that I feel like sums up this entire band comes from the song that our fans are named after. Sunseekers. The very end. What I love about that record in particular is there's something that is said at the beginning of the record. In the dark, I'm not alone. In the haze, I'm not alone. The haze is a very dark and broken place. That's a very scary point of view. The beginning of that record. In the dark, I'm not alone. In the dark, there are evil things at play. There are dark and evil things at play. And you're not alone in that. Like, as in, that's a negative thing. Even if you can't see it, even if you're blinded by it, there are things at play. That's what's scary. Sunseekers takes that same line and twists it in a completely different light. In the dark, I'm not alone. In the haze, I'm not alone. Don't forget where shadows dwell, a light is surely close. That right there is probably my favorite lyric so far, just because it sums up the ethos of this band. There's two ways of looking at that. In the dark, I'm not alone. It could be a discouraging thing or a very encouraging thing, and I hope it's the encouraging. In the dark, I'm not alone. In the haze, I'm not alone. Don't forget where shadows dwell. A light is surely close. That's a very... Yeah. If I ever had somebody say, I want to get that tattooed, I say that's the lyric I would recommend. And we've had a couple tattoos that I'm so excited about that have that specific lyric. Somebody posted a tattoo the other day of the white casket.
Oh, I saw that one.
And I was like, dude,
yeah.
The album isn't out. I was like,
You don't even know if it's good yet.
right? Well, I mean, I wasn't
I'm sure it will be, but
right, but like, that made it so real. I was like, dude, tattooing like basically the main element from a cover art that is of an album that's not even released yet. I was like, holy
that's
crap.
so cool.
I was so excited. So, that was cool. I don't know if I have like a specific favorite lyric. There's an artist I've been recently listening to quite a bit, and his name is Quedeca. Have you heard of Quedeca?
I've not.
Incredible guy. I don't know him. I don't know why he said it like that, but Quedeca. I found him because he is like, he's pretty present online for a while, but he made this transition into just being like a full-fledged artist, and he's also self-produced.
Nice.
And artists like that get me so excited. So he has this song called Monday that is a very just simple song. It's a very pretty song. But the chorus is just like, it's a very encouraging. Reminds me of Landmines a little bit. But it's just this darling, don't give up on a Monday. And that was just a very like simple line. It's got another line in the verses. Had my heart on the line, airing out with my clothes. It's so easy to dry. It's so hard to fold. And I was like, man, he's a pretty honest writer. He's very, very transparent. But then he goes into saying, darling, don't you give up on a Monday. And that's where I feel like that writing style of just like,
That's so cool.
yeah. Quedeca, his album Vanisher Horizon Scraper.
That's a big name.
It's a very big name. That that's an album name I looked at and I was like, I wish I came up with that. Just because of how cool it sounds. I don't even know what it means. I maybe kind of do, but Quedeca.